Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that some ordinary-looking half-dollar coins could actually be worth more than you think? Today, we're going to explore 4 interesting coins from the Kennedy half-dollar series, including 1974, 1980, 1990, and 1994. These coins feature President John F. Kennedy, and while most people ignore them, collectors always check them carefully. Some rare versions, high-grade coins, or mint errors can be surprisingly valuable. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because you might already have one of these coins in your collection. Let's get started. Movie camera money bag. The 1994p United States half-dollar is a modern circulating coin that carries deep historical symbolism, even though it is not considered rare in most conditions. This coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, and it belongs to the Kennedy half-dollar series, which has been produced since 1964 in honor of President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination. By 1994, the coin had already become more of a collector's item than a commonly used piece of currency, as half-dollars were no longer widely circulated in everyday transactions across the United States. On the obverse front of the 1994p half-dollar, you will find a detailed portrait of President John F. Kennedy facing left. This iconic design was created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust split on either side of Kennedy's neck, and the year 1994 at the bottom. The design represents not only the legacy of Kennedy but also the ideals of freedom and faith that are deeply rooted in American culture. The phrase, In God We Trust, has appeared on U.S. coins for many years and reflects the nation's historical values and beliefs. The reverse back of the coin features a presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. This powerful image shows a heraldic eagle holding an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and strength. Above the eagle's head is a cluster of stars surrounded by rays, representing the unity of the states. Around the edge, you will see the inscription United States of America in half-dollar, while the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, appears above the eagle. This phrase highlights the unity of the American states coming together as one nation. The 1994p half-dollar is composed of a copper-nickel clad, which means it has an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Its reeded edge, the groove sides, is a standard feature designed to prevent counterfeiting and clipping. Unlike earlier silver half-dollars minted before 1971, this coin does not contain any silver, which significantly impacts its intrinsic value. In terms of mintage, the 1994p Kennedy half-dollar had a relatively high production, with millions of coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Because of this, it is generally not considered rare. Most examples found today are worth only their face value of 50 cents, especially if they show signs of wear from circulation. However, coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been used in everyday transactions, can carry a slightly higher value, particularly if they exhibit strong luster and minimal marks. Coins graded by professional services in high mint state conditions, such as MS-65 or higher, may be more desirable to collectors. Another interesting aspect of the 1994p half-dollar is its role in modern coin collecting. During the late 20th century, the U.S. Mint began producing coins not only for circulation but also specifically for collectors. Many 1994 half-dollars were saved directly from mint sets or rolls, meaning high-quality examples are relatively easy to find. However, coins with errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual planchet issues, can be significantly more valuable. These error coins are rare and highly sought after by collectors who specialize in unique and unusual minting mistakes. Although the 1994p Kennedy half-dollar may not be a high-value coin in most cases, it holds strong historical and cultural significance. It represents a continuation of a beloved American coin series and serves as a tribute to one of the most influential presidents in U.S. history. For collectors, it is an important piece to include in a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection, especially in high-grade condition or as part of a full set of coins from the 1990s. In conclusion, the 1994p half-dollar is a coin that combines history, symbolism, and accessibility. While it may not make you rich in most cases, it is still worth checking your collection carefully. High-quality specimens, special mint sets, or rare era varieties could be more valuable than you expect. Coins like this remind us that even modern currency can carry meaning, history, and the potential for hidden value, making coin collecting an exciting and rewarding hobby for people around the world. The 1990D United States half dollar is part of the long-running and historically significant Kennedy half dollar, a series that began in 1964 to honor the legacy of John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the coin-producing facilities in the United States. By 1990, half dollars were no longer commonly used in everyday commerce, making them more of a collector's item than a circulating coin. Despite this, the U.S. Mint continued to produce them in large quantities for collectors, coin sets, and limited circulation. On the obverse front of the 1990D half dollar, the design features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts. The portrait captures Kennedy's youthful and determined expression, symbolizing hope and leadership. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions Liberty along the top edge, In God We Trust split across both sides of his neck, and the date 1990 at the bottom. This design has remained largely unchanged since its introduction, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs in American numismatics. The phrase "In God We Trust" reflects the nation's cultural and historical values, while liberty emphasizes a core principle upon which the United States was founded. The reverse back of the coin showcases a presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. At the center is a powerful heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon, symbolizing peace, and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing military strength and readiness. Above the eagle's head is a cluster of stars surrounded by rays, symbolizing the unity and strength of the states. The inscriptions "United States of America" curve around the top edge, while half dollar appears at the bottom. The Latin motto "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," is displayed above the eagle, representing the unity of the nation formed from individual states. The 1990D Kennedy half dollar is composed of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition has been standard for half dollars since 1971, after the U.S. Mint transitioned away from silver due to rising metal costs. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters, with a reeded edge designed to prevent tampering and counterfeiting. Although it does not contain any precious metal like silver, its durability ensures that coins can remain in good condition even after years of handling. In terms of mintage, the 1990D half dollar was produced in significant numbers, with millions of coins struck at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, the coin is generally not considered rare. Most examples found in circulation today are worth their face value of 50 cents. However, coins that have been preserved in uncirculated condition, meaning they have not been used in everyday transactions, can carry a premium among collectors. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, are more desirable due to their sharp details, strong luster, and minimal surface marks. An interesting aspect of the 1990D Kennedy half dollar is its role in modern coin collecting culture. During the late 20th century, many collectors began saving half dollars directly from mint rolls and official U.S. mint sets. As a result, there is a relatively large supply of well-preserved coins from this era. However, collectors still search for exceptional specimens with superior strike quality and eye appeal. Additionally, era coins from this year, such as double dies, off-center strikes, clip planches, or other minting anomalies, can be significantly more valuable. These rare errors are highly sought after and can command impressive prices depending on their uniqueness and condition. The 1990D half dollar also holds educational and historical value. It represents a continuation of the Kennedy series during a time when coinage in the United States was transitioning more toward collector-focused production. While it may not be a rare or high-value coin in general, it remains an essential piece for anyone building a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection. Collectors often seek to assemble full sets by year and mint mark, making the 1990D an important inclusion. In conclusion, the 1990D United States half dollar is a coin that blends historical significance, symbolic design, and accessibility. Although it may not be highly valuable in most cases, it still holds importance as part of a beloved American coin series. For collectors and enthusiasts, it serves as a reminder that even modern coins can carry deep meaning and potential hidden value, whether found in circulation, stored in a collection, or discovered in an old coin roll. The 1990 Kennedy half dollar continues to be a fascinating piece of American numismatic history worth examining closely. The 1974 United States half dollar is a notable coin from the enduring Kennedy half dollar, a series first introduced in 1964 to honor the legacy of John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The D mint mark on this coin indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints responsible for producing circulating coinage in the United States. By 1974, the Kennedy half dollar had already undergone important changes, especially in its metal composition, reflecting broader economic conditions and rising silver prices during the late 1960s and early 1970s. On the obverse front of the 1974 D half dollar, the coin features a familiar left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. This design captures a dignified and youthful image of Kennedy, symbolizing leadership, hope, and national pride. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" along the upper rim, "In God We Trust" split across both sides of Kennedy's neck, and the year 1974 at the bottom. The placement and style of these inscriptions have remained consistent throughout most of the series, contributing to its recognizability among collectors and the general public. The motto "In God We Trust" reflects the enduring cultural and historical values of the United States, while liberty represents one of the nation's foundational ideals. The reverse back of the coin displays a presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro, who was a chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. The design features a heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch in one talon to symbolize peace and a bundle of arrows in the other to represent strength and readiness of defense. Above the eagle's head is a cluster of stars surrounded by rays, symbolizing the unity and guiding principles of the nation. Encircling the design are the inscriptions "United States of America" at the top and half dollar at the bottom, while Latin phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," appears above the eagle. This powerful imagery reflects the unity and resilience of the United States as a nation composed of diverse states and people. One of the most important aspects of the 1974 D half dollar is its composition. Unlike the original 1964 Kennedy half dollar, which was struck in 90% silver, the 1974 version is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. Specifically, it consists of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. This change was implemented beginning in 1971 due to the rising cost of silver, which made it impractical to continue producing circulating coins with significant silver content. As a result, the 1974 D half dollar does not contain any precious metal, which significantly affects its intrinsic value compared to earlier issues. The physical specifications of the 1974 D Kennedy half dollar include a weight of approximately 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. The coin also features a reeded edge, which not only adds to its aesthetic appeal but also serves a practical purpose in preventing clipping and counterfeiting. The coin's size and design make it one of the more substantial and visually striking coins in modern U.S. currency, even though it is no longer widely used in everyday transactions. In terms of mintage, the 1974 D half dollar was produced in large quantities, with tens of millions of coins struck at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, the coin is generally considered common, and is not rare in circulated condition. Most examples found today are worth only their face value of 50 cents. However, coins that have been preserved in uncirculated condition, especially those with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp details, can be worth a premium to collectors. High-grade examples, particularly those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, are more desirable and can command higher prices in the numismatic market. Another area of interest for collectors is the possibility of mint errors and varieties. While the 1974 D half dollar does not have any widely known major varieties, collectors still search for unusual minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, clip planches, and other anomalies. These error coins are relatively rare and can be significantly more valuable than standard issues, depending on the nature and severity of the error. The 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar also holds an important place in the broader context of American coin collecting. It represents a period when half dollars were gradually disappearing from everyday use and becoming more of a collector-focused denomination. Many coins from this era were saved in rolls or mint sets, which means that uncirculated examples are still relatively accessible today. For collectors aiming to build a complete set of Kennedy half dollars by year and mint mark, the 1974 D is an essential piece. In conclusion, the 1974 D United States half dollar is a coin that combines historical significance, iconic design, and accessibility. While it may not be particularly valuable in most cases due to its high mintage and lack of silver content, it remains an important part of the Kennedy half dollar series. Its design honors President John F. Kennedy and reflects the values and unity of the United States. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1974 D half dollar serves as a reminder that even common coins can carry deep historical meaning and potential for hidden value, especially when found in exceptional condition or with unique minting errors. The 1980 D Kennedy half dollar is part of the long-running Kennedy half dollar series produced by the United States Mint. This coin was minted in 1980 at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D mint mark visible on the obverse of the coin near the date. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964 as a tribute to John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, following his tragic assassination in 1963. The American public strongly supported placing Kennedy's portrait on the half-dollar coin, and the design quickly became one of the most recognized and symbolic pieces of U.S. currency. By the time the 1980 D coin was produced, the Kennedy half dollar had already been in circulation for more than 15 years and had become a favorite among collectors and historians interested in modern American coins. The obverse side of the 1980 D Kennedy half dollar features the iconic left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy. This design was created by Gilroy Roberts, who served as a chief engraver of the United States Mint when the coin was first introduced in 1964. Roberts designed the portrait based on a medal he had previously created for Kennedy during his presidency. The portrait captures Kennedy's confident profile and youthful appearance, reflecting the hope and optimism that many Americans associated with his leadership. Above the portrait appears a large inscription Liberty, representing one of the fundamental ideals of the United States. The motto "In God We Trust" is written below the portrait, symbolizing faith and national identity. Beneath Kennedy's image is the date 1980, indicating the year in which the coin was struck. The reverse side of the coin features a powerful and patriotic design created by Frank Gasparro, who later served as a chief engraver of the United States Mint. The design is based on the presidential seal of the United States, giving the coin a formal and dignified appearance. At the center of the reverse is a large heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other. The olive branch represents peace and diplomacy, while the arrows symbolize the nation's readiness to defend itself. Above the eagle's head appears a ring of stars representing the states of the United States, and above the eagle is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This motto reflects the idea that many individual states unite together to form one nation. Around the reverse design appear the inscriptions United States of America and half dollar, clearly identifying the issuing country and the denomination of the coin. The detailed engraving of the eagle, shield, and stars reflects the craftsmanship and artistry of the United States Mint. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, making the Kennedy half dollar instantly recognizable to collectors and the general public alike. The coin represents not only a form of currency but also a symbol of American heritage and political history. The 1980 D Kennedy half dollar is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, which became standard for half dollars beginning in 1971. The coin consists of an inner core made of pure copper sandwiched between two outer layers of a copper-nickel alloy. This construction gives the coin a silver-colored appearance while maintaining durability for circulation. The coin has a diameter of approximately 30.6 millimeters, a weight of about 11.34 grams, and a thickness of around 2.15 millimeters. Its edge is reeded, meaning it contains small vertical grooves around the outer rim. These grooves help protect the coin from excessive wear and historically help prevent precious metal coins from being shaved or altered. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the Kennedy half dollar was no longer widely used in everyday commerce. Many Americans preferred to use smaller coins or paper currency, which made the half-dollar less common in daily transactions. As a result, many of the coins minted during this time period, including the 1980D, were saved by collectors rather than circulated extensively. Although the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, a large number were placed directly into coin collections, mint sets, and storage by people who appreciated their historical significance. Collectors today often seek high-quality examples of the 1980D Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition, meaning the coin has never been used in circulation and still retains its original mint luster and sharp details. Coins with brilliant surfaces, minimal marks, and strong design features can be more desirable among collectors. Some collectors also look for minting varieties, die errors, or exceptionally well-preserved specimens that may carry additional collector value. Professional coin grading services evaluate coins based on their condition, and higher-grade coins can command higher prices in the collector market. The Kennedy half-dollar series itself is deeply connected to American history and national memory. President John F. Kennedy's leadership during the early 1960s left a lasting impression on the nation, and his legacy continues to inspire Americans decades later. By placing his portrait on the half-dollar, the United States honored his contributions and ensured that his image would remain part of everyday American life. Each Kennedy half-dollar minted since 1964 serves as a small historical tribute to a leader who symbolized progress, hope, and a vision for the future.